Welcome back to Two Dudes in a Room. I'm Oscar.
I'm Nathan.
And we're here to entertain you yet again. How you doing today, Nathan? How's it going?
I'm doing good. It has been a couple of days. These past days.
It has been a couple of days.
Yeah, these past days have felt a little weird, mostly because our sleep schedules got a little discombobulated. Well, mine for sure got a little discombobulated.
No. That tends to happen when you stay up until 9 a.m.
Okay, I wasn't going to tell them,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to tell them, but now they all know. Now everyone knows. But you were there. You were my accomplice for that, so it wasn't just me.
Yeah. Before we start, I would like to say that...
Well, we already started.
Okay. Before we start in earnest, I would like to say that we've gotten some feedback over the past couple of weeks of our first two episodes. And I would just like to start out by saying that me and Nathan have been very good friends for about almost a decade now, I'd say. Just somewhere around that.
Yeah, it's been a while, yeah.
It's been quite a while.
I'm kind of getting tired of it, honestly.
Yeah, honestly. So that is my point. We have a relationship to where we can, joke with each other, rag on each other a little bit, and we know it doesn't, you don't mean anything by it. It may seem a little spicy, let's say, at times, but I promise you, Nathan and Oscar are fine. There's no issues.
No,
here.
this is just how we are. We just give each other shit. You know
how I get down. So
yeah, that's how we get down.
Yeah.
But I promise we don't hate each other.
Yeah, exactly. So
if we do, it's only a little bit. And
so for the people who are a little worried that this might be a very short-lived podcast, don't worry. This is going to go on forever. We're going to be on top at the end, like Cyndi Lauper.
Like, oh wait, what? Who? So actually, who is Cyndi Lauper?
Cyndi Lauper was a pop star in the 80s. She was very popular. She wrote, she was Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Oh,
that was her. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone knows that song.
Yeah, everybody knows Cyndi Lauper. And that's where we're going to be ubiquitous in the podcast space.
Are there any other classics by Cyndi that you know of?
No, actually.
Okay, so she was really a one-hit wonder.
No, actually, I don't. No, she had one thing that lasted through the test of time.
Is that going to be us? We're going to have one thing?
Yeah, I mean,
we're going to have like one podcast that lasts through one episode that just
No, it's not one episode. It's the
well, her whole career was refined onto one thing she made.
Okay,
that outlasted her. So maybe that was kind of a bad example,
Well, I mean, everybody knows who Cyndi Lauper is, and
I didn't know who Cyndi Lauper was until you explained it. I just had to ask you
who Cyndi Lauper was. You just didn't know her name.
No, I knew the Girls Just Want to Have Fun song.
Yes, you did.
Not Cyndi Lauper. So, if you want to think of it that way, I actually didn't know Cyndi Lauper.
Okay, I think we've been talking about Cyndi Lauper for a little bit too long. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Just some good housekeeping. But yeah, so we have been racking our brains of how to make this thing better, what to make it unique and things of that nature. And I just thought that, our personalities were enough to take it to the top. I don't know about you, Nathan, but I think that's...
Well, I mean, I do think that we have a good back and forth. Although I think it's my personality that people come here for a little bit more, but I do agree that there's a personality to it. I'm not sure if to the top is something that we're even looking at right now. Honestly, we're just kind of doing this for fun,
Yeah.
But
having a good time,
having a grand time. But I'm having fun with it, and it's something I want to keep doing.
Okay. So can I ask you something?
Besides what you just did, or?
Yes, besides that.
Okay.
Can I ask you two questions?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. One question is that one that I just said.
No, I got that, yeah.
And the second question is the one I wanted to ask you.
Right, yes.
When you were a kid, do you remember, Saturday morning cartoons? This is something I wanted to pull out because of last week. Because we talked about, how... Basically, one thing about this podcast is that it's not going to have, a topic every week, but I want people to know that the topics that we do talk about are going to be of a certain kind. I just wanted to point out for anybody who's expecting anything different that I am a huge nerd. So most of the stuff that we're going to be talking about is kind of nerdy shit. So
I would also like to point out to anyone listening that, and Oscar, I think, would agree with me here, that I am also a huge nerd.
Yeah.
But we're just nerds in different ways.
Exactly.
So,
like, I'm super technically savvy, and Nathan couldn't really find his way out of a paper bag.
Yeah, no, I'm just like the
That
one
was
running.
that was left in a hurricane. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Was the hurricane really necessary?
What were you saying, Nathan?
I was just pointing out that I'm the one who is running all the audio for the show and hooking up all the. It's really not important, but you were talking about that we're both nerds, and I just wanted to point out that if you think about it, we have both both sides of the nerd landscape covered, and because of that, we're slaying so much pussy. But I wanted to ask you what you were going to talk about with Saturday morning cartoons. Like you did that whole setup, but then you never brought it back to the cartoons. So what's going on with the cartoons?
Okay.
Because I definitely have memories of watching them.
Right. No, I was just saying, like, what was your like routine when you like? Did you have a routine? Like, what was a normal like Saturday for you?
Yeah.
Because I really do miss the times in my life. Like, I did not know how much I was going to miss it. Being able to like not have any responsibility, wake up at 6 a.m. for no reason, run downstairs, grab a bowl of cereal, plop myself in front of the TV, and just watch for 8 hours straight.
I mean, before I answer your question, I do want to point out, I think it's interesting that we feel that way, because when we were kids, all we wanted after a certain point was to have freedom. So in a way, being an adult was a bit attractive because you could drive your own car, you could do whatever you wanted, you could buy whatever I'll just have money and buy all the games I want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you think about it, you could still do what you did as a kid. You could just wake up on a Saturday and watch shows, but it doesn't fulfill you anymore. So really, when people say that, what they're saying is, I wish that's all I wanted. I wish life was that simple, you know? But without anyway, that's something I find interesting. But aside from that, yeah, I didn't really have too much of a routine as a kid, but I would typically do one of two things. I had a kind of childhood where some weeks I was at my mom's house with my stepdad, and some weeks I was at my dad's house.
Okay.
So when I was at my mom's house, I would typically play Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube, or video games. I would usually play video games or like get on my computer. I got a computer as a Christmas gift. I think like, like 2006 or something absurd like that, like really early.
Yeah.
I was like, no, yeah.
Right.
I was like 10. I was like 10 when it happened.
Right.
So I've always been on the computer. But if I was at my dad's house, dude, we did have a routine. We would get up early, and I don't know why this is what we would do, but my dad and I would make English muffins, like toasted.
You would make like bake English muffins, or
we
you
would just
pop
like,
them in the toaster?
Yeah. We bought them from HEB and like the bag with the thing.
Okay.
And then we would put them in we didn't have what are those toasters called that like you lay stuff down in them,
like a convection oven.
Yeah, it was like a little miniature. I can't remember what the term is for them, but it was like the thing you would do before air fryers. You know, you just like put pizza slices in it and
sure.
Yeah, so we would put
convection oven. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a convection oven. It was like it was called like some sort of toast. There's a term for it that's like some kind of toast. I mean, if you think of it, all toasters use convection.
I think we could move on from this.
Okay. Well, anyway, we would get those English muffins and just sit down and watch Tom and Jerry.
Okay.
I was a big Tom and Jerry fan. I also really liked Looney Tunes.
Oh, I wasn't a big Looney Tunes kid, but Tom and Jerry, I had my great aunt, Nana. She used to love Tom and Jerry, and I used to watch with her all the time. And she would get so animated because, like, she would really hate Jerry and whatever he was getting into, and so she would always root for Tom, like get that mouse.
Wow, she rooted for the cat.
Oh yeah. She
a rare
Jerry
breed
because Jerry was like he was always
troublemaker.
He was always the troublemaker. You know, he was always messing something up and stuff like that, and she would always root for him. And so I used to love Tom and Jerry like constantly. Like we watched that all the time, and so but Looney Tunes, like I don't know. I just never. It was watchable for me, but like for me when I was a kid, like cartoons, I would watch like Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo was huge for me.
Oh, okay, you're a Scooby-Doo guy.
Oh yeah. What like
outside of Looney Tunes, you talking about like the Cartoon Network? Like, you asking about that stuff?
I mean, obviously, I'm talking about Cartoon Network. I mean,
I don't know. I watched a lot of Nickelodeon too.
Yeah, I watched Nickelodeon too. But like, if we're talking about like what was the best.
Okay, hold on. There was a lot of good Cartoon Network shows.
Yes.
But you can't deny that Nickelodeon was like the Nintendo. They had like 2 or 3 franchises that were goated. SpongeBob was goated, dude.
I'll wait for you to make your argument. Then I will respond to it.
SpongeBob was goated, okay? Goated. Old SpongeBob. I don't like the fucking new SpongeBob. I hate the new stuff they have where he like sings in every episode. I fucking hate that shit. I like the older one where there was like jokes slipped in for even adults and everything.
Right.
Awesome fucking series.
Right. It's a great series.
But no, I mean like Nickelodeon had a ton of stuff I used to watch. Mm-hmm. But Cartoon Network, dude, did have a lot of stuff. Like even when Cartoon Network got into like Chowder,
right,
I would still watch some from time to time.
Right.
I think Johnny Test is when I started tuning out.
Okay, that's fine.
You know.
Can I give my argument now?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, everyone. I mean, yeah, sure, I guess. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So here's why you're wrong. So
okay.
I believe that you have Nickelodeon had a few bangers. This is correct. You had your SpongeBob's. You had your Fairly Odd Parents. Two goated series, honestly.
Fairly Odd Parents was awesome.
You had your Avatar, right?
Yeah, Avatar?
Right.
Wait, Avatar was on Nickelodeon?
Yes, it was.
Why wasn't it? Really?
Yes.
Wow, okay, well.
Yeah, Avatar The Last Airbender.
Another point to Nickelodeon, I guess.
Another point to Nickelodeon.
Starting to make it sound really good.
Right? Yeah. You had your Danny Phantoms and stuff like that.
Danny Phantom.
Right?
I mean,
yeah,
actually.
Solid, right? Now, Cartoon Network had, and those are all goated series, but there were some misses, I'll say. Cartoon Network had Dexter's Lab.
True.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
True.
Ed, and Eddie.
True.
Codename Kids Next Door.
Oh, dude, I love that show.
Yeah, I bet you did.
What? Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
I bet you did.
Did you?
Everybody, I'm saying the four that I've noted.
Well, usually when you say, yeah, I bet you did, it means like a targeted.
Yeah,
like,
I knew you would like that show because you're a very smart person.
What is my intelligence? Whatever. Okay, what's the fifth one?
And then you had your Johnny Bravo's, Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack was like my favorite.
Okay.
Samurai Jack was like my favorite.
Okay,
dude.
Samurai Jack, also on Cartoon Network.
Damn, you
had like your Ben 10s, your Fosters.
Ben 10 was aight. Ben 10 was. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
Don't do this.
Ben 10 was.
Don't do it. Don't do it to my man Ben Tennyson.
Ben 10 was. Aight.
All right.
It was.
You had your Ben 10s, you had your Fosters, and I could go on.
I like Fosters. Yeah, Fosters was good. Yeah, you got a point. Cartoon was kind of stacked.
And I can go on. Oh, your Billy and Mandy's.
Billy and Mandy. True.
I mean,
true.
Yeah. So, not to mention your Chowders.
Chowder. Yeah.
Your Chowders.
Flapjack.
Steven Universe, Adventure Time, all of that. Steven Universe is go, bro. Okay, we can return to that. Have you finished it?
I finished.
Have you watched like all of it?
No, I didn't. Okay. I hated it.
I understand.
I couldn't continue watching.
I understand. I remember a time when I was wrong too, but but what I'm saying is that compare that to Nickelodeon, they just don't have the lexicon. They don't have the numbers that Cartoon Network was doing. I mean, like,
if you want to talk,
and on top of that, let's not even bring. And that's all just Cartoon Network. Let's not bring up Toonami or Adult Swim.
Those are different programs. You can't. Those are different.
It's all on the same channel.
I know it's on the same. On the same channel.
So
but,
I mean,
but
yes,
but that's different. It's different.
That's what I'm saying. If you had to choose one channel to watch all the time, you could choose Cartoon Network, and you'd be good.
Yeah, no, you're right about
Constantly.
that.
So,
although when I was in high school, we actually had a Funimation channel on our television.
Really?
Yeah, no, we had a Funimation channel.
Like on cable?
Yeah, seriously.
Wow, I didn't know that existed.
Micah and I used to walk home after school and watch Funimation on the channel on TV.
Oh, that's actually pretty dope.
And we would just come in. It was just like Toonami, but all day, So we just turn it on and there'd be some random shit. Although usually it was like Fairy Tale and like because it was all the things that Funimation was like working on or were their biggest things at the time,
right?
And not all of those were very good.
Good, yeah.
So sorry for all you fairy tale lovers out there, but
yeah, sorry.
I'm not a person.
Not sorry.
Personally, I'm not the biggest fan. Although,
don't you?
Okay, all right. Maybe that's too early. Maybe it's too early to talk about that.
I swear to
it's
God.
fine. It's fine. I won't. You're right. Let me calm down.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. I mean, when you put it like
people
that,
already think that we hate each other. Do not do that. Don't do that.
I'll bring it up in a later episode.
Okay.
Well, we can. I want to talk about One Piece stuff.
Okay.
But I feel like I can't because it's different than when you're talking about it in a room where you can check if everyone you're talking to has watched it, you know? Like, I don't want to just be that guy that spoils stuff on
No,
this
don't
show.
worry. I have an idea for that, but don't. Hey, ladies and gentlemen at home, one of these days we will be talking about One Piece, and one of these days I will begin converting some of you. And on that day, we will all be Nakama. But aside from that, was trying to explain to you why I think that
fucking dramatic.
I would like to explain to you why I believe that it's really no question that Cartoon Network was the better cartoon channel.
You know, when you put it like that, it is true. Cartoon Network had a lot of stuff. I do kind of want to look up on my phone and see what Nickelodeon had because I feel like we are forgetting some.
It's not. Well, I mean, they do have other bangers. I mean, you had like.
Do you remember Boomerang?
Yeah, that was Cartoon Network.
Was that Cartoon Network?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
it's all Warner
Cartoon Network
Brothers.
just has too much stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't.
You just had too much stuff. You can't really. But Nickelodeon had slime.
They did have slime. And you know what? I might have to redo my list because now I was aware, but I forgot. But Nickelodeon had good stuff too. They had like Drake and Josh.
No. Wasn't that the Disney Channel?
Oh my God, dude.
Disney Channel is the one with iCarly.
Oh my God, dude. That's two. That's two that you got wrong.
What?
Both iCarly and Drake and Josh were on Nickelodeon.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm absolutely serious. They also had Zoe 101, which is honestly the goat of. I mean,
I didn't really watch Zoe 101.
Zoe 101 was dope.
What about I'm So Raven or whatever?
That's Disney Channel.
Okay, sorry, my fault.
It's That's So Raven.
Dude, That's So Raven and iCarly kind of just blend.
Disney Channel did have Cory in the House too, so that
Cory in the House is like the best.
That's a top 10 anime of all time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like the best anime ever, honestly.
Yeah.
Which it takes away from Toonami a little bit because.
Yeah, they did have Cory in the House.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you might be right. Cartoon, but see, that's the thing. I didn't really watch a lot of Cartoon Network when I was at that stage. Like, at any point in my life when I was a kid, I probably just preferred to get on the computer.
Okay. And do what? Just play video games all day?
No, yeah, dude. Honestly, I would like play games, or I would like just like watch YouTube, or like work on like. I started making music and stuff in high school, so I would like work on music, or like I don't know. I'd just do different stuff for fun.
You know what I miss? I miss old YouTube. Old YouTube was amazing. Like,
you talking, like how old are we talking? You talking about
you know,
Fred?
Bro, I mean YouTube, like when
you're talking about Fred.
Dog, I remember I miss the days where it was like the place to go if you wanted a like a Dragon Ball Z or an anime fight AMV.
Oh yeah,
and
AMVs,
it would be in like what 420k or 420p.
You see how he claimed to be technologically savvy?
420p.
This motherfucker just said 420k. Like it's 420k, dude.
Sorry, 480p. 480p. Yeah. Right?
See, he's looking at me because he needs me to confirm. He needs the technologically savvy person to confirm for him.
Okay. Anyway, it had a really shitty video quality.
It was also not a 16. It was also not a 16:9 aspect ratio. All the time.
Yes, exactly. But
Do you know what aspect ratio it was?
Yes.
Okay. What was it?
Okay. I don't know why we have to.
No, you don't know it. If you know it, just tell me.
Listen, I'm not like you to where I have to flex all the time.
No. You literally said that you're the technologically savvy person. So I'm just asking you a very basic question about aspect ratios, about which one they used, because it was used for all old TVs, like even every GameCube game ran at this aspect ratio. All the old systems ran at this. PlayStation 1 ran at this old aspect ratio. Super Nintendo ran at this old aspect ratio. Like, what was it? It was 4:3, Oscar. Okay. It was 4:3. Yes. That was
Okay.
Right.
Okay. It'd have the shitty aspect ratio.
It's actually kind of a sick aspect ratio, and I would appreciate it if you would treat it as such.
Oh my god. Why did I agree to do this? But look, but the AMVs would have that, and then they would also, each one of them would always have Linkin Park's In the End playing over it.
Linkin Park.
And it was just, and sometimes for whatever reason it'd be like changing different colors for no reason. Like
they would just do like hue slide.
Exactly.
Well, because you just reminded me. I used to make videos in Windows Movie Maker. I used to think that Windows Movie Maker was so cool, and I wanted to start a YouTube channel when I was like, literally like 15.
So did I.
I got like a $15 little microphone from Walmart that like it just the stand was like this big for it, dude. Mm-hmm. And it just like stood up and had a little like boop, and that was the mic. It was just like a shitty little USB mic.
Right.
And me and my buddy would huddle around this little like terrible microphone and play like there's a game called like Iron Heart or like some sort of Red Iron. We would play we'd play like Red Iron and some other games on Steam and just like commentate on it. And we had like our own YouTube channel and stuff. I just remembered I would do that, dude.
But
I thought AMVs were lame.
I also really
because I was like the edgy kid.
Right.
I was like the edgy kid. So I
didn't want to seem too cool.
No, I just thought they were mainstream. I was like, yeah, everyone's doing the AMV. That's kind of like, weeaboo stuff,
Right, yeah.
But I'm
gonna go home and watch Fairy Tale.
That's what I'm saying. Like, think about it like this. Like, I would be like, no, that's too weeaboo for me. And then I would go like run a YouTube channel or play Roblox and build like obstacle courses in Roblox while listening to Linkin Park. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we were both two different types of nerds. We would just do different shit,
Right.
Mine was cooler, but we both did different stuff at the end of the day.
Exactly, right.
Exactly. I'm glad you agree.
So, I just remember watching old YouTube and like just being like enthralled with it because like I used to be a huge like Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, dude, me too.
Kid. Like I used to watch all of his videos.
I
and
loved
stuff like
Weird
that
Al.
on YouTube.
Did you used to memorize his lyrics and shit too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know.
I love Weird Al, man.
What is it? I know.
Favorite Weird Al song?
Oh, favorite Weird Al song. That's a tough one.
There's a lot of really good ones.
There's a lot of really good ones.
That's a good top 3.
Okay.
Top 3 Weird Al songs.
Top 3 Weird Al songs. Okay.
I have mine. So I can give mine while you're thinking if you want, or you
can start. Go ahead, give yours. I'll think.
So honestly, dude, I know it's not super funny, but Eat It.
That's a solid one. That's solid.
It was like huge at the time.
Is that your number 3?
I don't, in no particular order. I'm not gonna rank them.
Okay.
And then I really liked the one he did. The American Pie cover that he did.
American Idiot or
no, it was like a Jedi
Canadian
one.
Idiot. Or
No. It was he did American Pie. My, this American Pie.
Right.
He did the Jedi version of that. He did a Star Wars.
Oh, you mean Anakin?
I think so. I don't.
My, this little Anakin guy.
I think so. Yeah. I remember thinking that one was funny.
Yeah.
And then there was one more that I'm forgetting. I think it was like about Rocky Road ice cream.
Oh yeah, Rocky Road.
Yeah, I liked Rocky Road.
I love Rocky Road.
Yeah. I think those are my three. Those are my 3 favorites as a kid.
Yeah,
I bet you're gonna name some that I forgot about because you remember more of them than I do.
Oh yeah. So I would put White and Nerdy up there, top 3 all time.
How could I forget about White and Nerdy?
White and Nerdy, Amish Paradise. I know Amish Paradise. I know the lyrics to Amish Paradise way better than I know the lyrics of Gangster's Paradise. Like that's how bad it is.
About those.
Yeah, Amish Paradise. Gangster,
eBay. I like the eBay one.
eBay was alright.
Got it on eBay.
Yeah. And then a classic one that I loved was The Night That Santa Went Crazy. That was really funny too.
I don't remember that one. Is that the one where he went on like a killing spree?
Yes, that's the
okay.
one.
I think I heard that one.
Yeah. So those are my top 3.
I feel like I want to steal some of yours because I did really like I mean, White and Nerdy is a classic, but
Exactly.
I did really like Amish Paradise. Like that one was pretty funny.
You know what thought just like rolled through my mind randomly?
What's that?
Is like we're talking about like our top 3 Weird Al Yankovic songs, and then like people are gonna wonder, wow, I wonder why these guys are still single. Like I wonder what could it be?
I mean,
I don't know.
Maybe it's because we're so intimidating.
Yeah.
And we give off such like radiant.
It's a lot of masculine energy to be able to tell the whole world that you used to listen to.
Oh, of course.
Or that you still have a fond
recollection of Weird Al.
Weird Al. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just radiates like, attractiveness.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally said we were slaying pussy.
It's top G energy, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. No, I used to listen to, dude, you know what's funny about Weird Al is I learned how to like rip MP3s off CDs and burn when I was like 11 or some shit. And I would grab the CDs. I would grab all my favorite like Weird Al, CDs and stuff. And I would rip my favorite songs. And then I had a little like, it had the blank CDs,
Right.
And I took like a Sharpie and I wrote Weird Al's greatest hits. And then I burned all my favorite songs onto that CD. And I thought that was the coolest shit ever when I was a kid. And I used to have a little SpongeBob CD player.
Right.
It was it was like the whole thing was just like SpongeBob's face. Mm-hmm. And it was like a radio and a CD player. And I would pop Weird Al's greatest hits in my SpongeBob CD player and just like jam out to it in my room.
Nice.
I had a room. My room was crazy, dude. I had like, my parents were like, you can paint your room whatever you want. They told a kid that. And I was like, holy shit. So I told them I want the bottom half of the room to be bright orange.
Nice.
I want
great color.
Great
color choice.
Bright, like neon orange.
Like Nickelodeon orange.
Literally, yeah, literally. And then I want the top half of the room.
I always knew you were mid.
Dude, I was like 7, bro.
I always knew.
And then I was like, I want the top half of the room to be like blue. Like blue, like RGB 00255, 100% blue. As blue as it can get. And then right where they meet in the middle, as a horizontal line around the room, they sold this like wallpaper that was like this sci-fi landscape of these shitty looking CG like spaceships shooting each other.
Right.
And like planets in the background and shit. Right. And it was like seamless. It was like,
yeah.
And I took that and we installed it in the place where they meet.
Right.
And that was the border of my room. So imagine that, and I'm in my bed listening to a CD I made of Weird Al's greatest hits on my SpongeBob CD player, jamming out.
That kid's going places.
That was my childhood, dude. Like, I was a weird kid for sure.
Yeah, I don't think. No, I've never done anything like that to my room, so I can't. Honestly, yeah, I can't top that.
To be fair, your parents might not have been like,
no,
hey, son,
they never let me paint.
You can paint everything. Like,
nope, they never let me paint a room. They never.
I mean, it was kind of smart of them because I'm pretty sure I brought down the value of that house by like $10,000.
Oh yeah. Or they had to pay a lot of money to get it painted over or whatnot.
Yeah. No, they still have it.
Oh, they still have it.
If you were to walk in my mom's house right now, you could see it. Oh, and I had a Blues.
So even after, how long ago did you leave school? Like how long?
No. I didn't have that.
When did you move out?
I didn't have that room when I graduated. I moved into a different room. So I had.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah. So
you couldn't take it.
No. Well, it's because that. So my brother and my sister lived there, and I had the smallest room.
Right.
My sister left, and my brother went up, and then the room that.
Is it your? So are you the youngest?
Yeah.
Okay.
My brother's the second oldest. He's 10 years older than me, and then my sister's 13 years older than me.
Okay.
So, what happened is my sister moved out. My brother went up a room, right? And then that room that was left, my mom turned into like an office. And I just stayed in mine. And then that was the room that was painted like that. And then my brother, who was in my sister's old room, he eventually moved out when I was like 8, because he was 18, you know?
Right.
He moved out when I was like 8 or 9.
Right.
And then when I was like 10 or 11, my mom said I could have that room that he had. It was a bigger room. And she let me paint it again. But because I was older, I was like I know what I want to do.
And
so,
you could look down the hall and choose not to make the same mistake that you did before.
I was like, yeah, I'm a grown up now. Like, I'm going to try to paint in a sophisticated color, you know? So I was like, well, my last name's Hershey.
No.
My last name's Hershey, so I painted all the walls a dark, deep brown. It doesn't look bad. It actually looks okay. And then I went with carpet. And the carpet that I chose was like called like cinnamon waffle or some shit. And I picked it because it worked really well with the brown.
Right.
But it also was called cinnamon waffle.
Right.
So everything in the room was like, chocolate themed. I had like a whole cake island room.
Okay.
And it looked all right, it was okay. But yeah, anyway, to answer your question, that room has been like that since like I want to say like 2006 or 2007, and she's just kept it. And I had a Blue's Clues bed.
Wow.
I had a Blue's Clues bed.
Wow.
And she still has it.
Do you still have the bed?
Yeah, no, she still has it. It's still a Blue's Clues bed. She uses that room as like a storage room to store all the stuff,
I see.
But that's in there. And I did have a poster. I had a poster in my in the brown room, which was a Halo 3 poster.
Very
But cool. I got it from a friend. I didn't even buy it. They were like, hey, I'm going to throw away this poster. Do you want it? I was like, I've never had a poster before. Fuck it. And I just hung it up.
Right.
What about you? What was your room like?
My room, well, I had a lot of different rooms. But my room, I usually like, I actually felt like I was pretty good with like designing my rooms and moving stuff around. I don't know if you ever did this when you were a kid, but like, did you ever just like randomly move stuff around in your room because you just got tired of it?
Actually, no.
No? You just kept it the same.
I just spent a lot of time deciding on the layout, and then I just kept it.
No. So what I would do is I would set things up. We get to a new place, and I'd set things up to where like the TV was on like a dresser or something like that, and I put my bed over to the side, and then I'd have if I had dresser drawers or a closet and stuff like that, I'd have my place where my clothes were, and then like maybe 6 months later or something like that, I would just wake up one morning on a random Sunday and just be like, this needs to change. And I just rearranged my entire room.
Just completely randomly?
Just completely randomly.
I couldn't do that, dude.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta have some system to it. I can't.
No. I would just completely rearrange my room just to make it look different.
Do you still do that?
Well, for the past couple times that I've had like a room to myself, like I was in the military, so no.
You don't have a room to yourself now?
Well, I have a room to myself now, but
do you do it now?
No, but I don't have a lot of space to move.
So are you saying younger you is more creative?
Younger me was actually very creative, but and I feel like I'm getting more creative in different ways now. But like
that's what they all say.
Yeah, to me right now, like the space that I have, I also have like a gigantic bed, and it takes up like half the room.
Okay,
so
you don't have to like flex, dude. Like,
yeah, but that's all I'm saying. It's like I have like a king size bed.
Okay, dude.
So like if I can't, it can only fit in like one corner of the room, and like look good with like plugs and stuff like that. So I can't really.
Why did you get it? Why did you get a king?
Well, it was my dad's old bed, and I just took it. And
you didn't like ask him if you could have it. You just took it from him.
Well, my dad
you robbed your dad.
Well, no, they were gonna throw it away because they were moving, or not throw it away. They were probably gonna sell it, but they moved to Germany, so they didn't want to bring it with them. They were gonna buy a new bed, so I was just like, hey, I'll take it. I took it.
I think I've seen your room now. The bed does take up like
a lot of
70% of the room.
Exactly. So I can't really rearrange things, but like I guess the next place that I have, like if I have more space, I'll move it around. So
you could get more space by getting a smaller bed, and then you have a lot more space. Like the bed I have is small enough. It's just small enough that it lines up with like where my closet door starts. And I have enough space to like walk between.
So here's the thing about that. I used to think like you. I used to think like, oh, I don't really need much space. I used to have like a twin, like for a long time.
I have a twin XL,
yeah.
And then I had Like the first time I ever had a girl in my bed, I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. I need to get something. I need to get something that gives us a little more room.
Right. So for a long time, I used to like only sleep in like twin beds, and so especially like in the Marine Corps. In fact, me and Park, shout out Park, used to have a bunk bed. It was two twin beds on top of each other, and
yeah,
so
people know what a bunk bed is.
Yeah. Okay. I was just anyway. We used to have a bunk bed, and like that bed was pretty good, and like it worked. But now that I've slept in a king size bed, I can never go back. Or like I feel like it would take a lot for me to want to get rid of that bed.
Space.
It is a lot of space, and so like I can put like a laptop on my bed, push it away from me, and sleep. And then not have to worry about like knocking it on the ground or bumping into it at night and stuff like that. I just have like a lot of room.
That's bad for your laptop if it's on.
Huh?
That's bad for your laptop if it's on.
It usually isn't, but
is it off or is it asleep?
It depends. I mean, it depends on whether I turn it off.
So
or not.
Do you usually turn it off?
I usually turn it off. Yeah.
You don't just like close it?
Sometimes.
You usually don't just close it. You usually sit there and hold the power and turn it off and then close it?
Well,
you usually do that?
Usually I'll just click the button on the... I don't know why
I have a reason. If you click the button, it goes to sleep.
I click the power button, it'll say, turn off, and it turns off. Because I like to save the battery, and I don't like leaving it on.
Wait, you don't have it plugged in?
Huh? Yeah, it's plugged in, but that also drains the battery over time, so...
Okay, well, just so you know, if you have... First off, that's a fire hazard, but just so you know, if you have a laptop that's asleep or on top of your bed, it can be really dangerous because it's trying to intake air. Usually, laptop air intake is near the bottom.
Okay.
And if you have it on like linoleum or tile, it's not as bad because air can still flow.
Right.
But if you have it on like a bed, the pads that are on the corners of the laptop push down the bed, and then the rest of the bed just kind of like doesn't get pushed down, and it will stop intake flow into your laptop. So just a thing to keep in mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, we never said this show wasn't going to be educational.
Well, I mean,
Nathan Hirsch and everybody.
You're right. Yeah, I'm the technologically savvy one, so I had to tell him about that. And if you're listening, make sure you don't, I'm not saying you can't have a laptop in your bed. Just, be careful. But
okay.
Anyway, so you came to that realization because you had a comfortable experience.
And
not because you had a girl in your bed.
And I also had an experience to where like I'm a pretty tall guy. I'm 6'1", and
dude, okay, dude.
That sounds like a lie, but it's true.
Did you hear the pause?
As soon as I said it,
6 foot.
As soon as I said it, I knew I fucked up. I knew I made a mistake. I'm 6'1", and and I can lay in that bed both like long ways and sideways, so it like helps with like watching TV.
That is something that really, really bugs me about my room layout. Like I actually like this layout. I think this layout's nice. The desk connects to the, but two things. One, it's really not comfortable to watch my TV.
Right.
If my TV was like here at the end of my bed, bro, if I could just like sit in, that'd be top, like Nick's is. But two, it's just not long enough, just barely.
Yeah.
So like my feet, I have to be like all the way up, to the top. My head has to be all the way up to the top of the mattress. Otherwise my feet will like start to come off the mattress. Yeah. And I have a weighted blanket.
Right.
So it like uncomfortably pushes my feet down and there's nothing underneath. I hate it.
Yeah.
So I get that.
I can't relate. I don't have that problem anymore. I've been blessed. So it's just a better situation. And so now I can't think of me living life without a king size bed.
Well, there is one benefit to having the bed like this.
What's the benefit?
I have space.
Well, yeah, now you have space.
So I can play VR games.
Ugh. Good Lord. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, if I ever wanted to play VR games, I guess I'd be in trouble, but I don't.
Yeah, you would be in trouble. Yeah, you wouldn't have any space. I mean, you'd probably it'd be like
bump into stuff.
Well, it'd be like, have you ever seen the video of the elders in the senior home that are playing Wii bowling? And they're not using the wrist strap, so they throw it and then it like slams into the TV and breaks it, and she falls over and has like a heart attack.
Sure, yeah. I haven't seen it, but like you described it so well.
Well,
I felt like I could see it in my mind's eye. In my mind palace, I'm there.
Your mind palace?
Yeah, my mind palace. You don't have a mind palace?
I've never heard anyone call it a mind palace, dude. Have you?
Actually, if you watched what's that show called? Sherlock. You would know what a mind palace is.
Okay, well, I'm just saying you should check out that senior home video because it's a bit of a precautionary tale.
Okay.
And it might.
Good thing I don't own VR, so that's. I think I'll be.
I think you're missing
out,
dude.
Or I don't own VR and I don't own a Nintendo Wii.
And you don't own a small bed.
This is true, but that is on purpose.
Okay. Well, I mean, technically all of it's on purpose. It's on purpose that you don't own VR because you didn't buy it.
Correct.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I think VR is sick, dude. VR games are pretty cool. I only play it every now and then. Honestly, it's not like something I thought I would be like playing like the shooting games and playing the fucking like golf games and playing VR chat and doing all that shit a lot more than I actually am.
I wouldn't play golf in real life. There's no way.
It's actually pretty fun in VR because it's multiplayer. You got to remember that. That's the one fun thing about VR is the multiplayer.
Real life golf is multiplayer. What? Yeah, but
you don't have to leave your room. You can just put the VR headset on.
Yeah.
And you can just play it with other people. So you can like, it's pretty fun.
Right.
Or like also,
God
honestly,
forbid I go out and touch grass.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, we're nerds. We're not supposed to. But
right.
The show is called what?
What show?
Our show.
Two dudes in
a
room.
Room.
Yes.
Right. Not outside.
Right.
Right. And also, it's two dudes and a room.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we have decided to change the name of the show to Two Dudes and a Room.
Yeah, it's
for legal purposes.
I was gonna wait to tell everybody if it makes me feel like I feel like we switched up on him, Oscar.
I feel like this is more of an evolution,
lanes.
if you would, an evolution of our craft. We have realized that other people have taken that name, and we have changed course. Very slightly, very, very slightly in a different direction so we could keep the same vibe.
Yeah, I can't remember how that conversation went, but it was kind of like you were just like, hey, that name's taken. We could do like Two Dudes and a Room. And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. And thus it was born. I mean,
I'm hoping to get merch up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we could do merch and, fucking all kinds of stuff like appearances, cons, things of that nature.
I think we should make hats. I think we should make shirts, and I also think I want to be that company that makes like merch that no one else makes. I'm not talking about like in terms of quality. Fuck that. I'm talking about in terms of like items that no one puts merch on.
Right.
Like weird items that no one like lampshades and shit, you know? Just like shit that no one puts anything on.
Do you own a lampshade?
I'm trying to put our face on panties. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put our logo on like I'm trying to like partner with like I'm trying to partner with like a real like Louis Vuitton, you know?
Okay.
Or like Victoria's Secret, not
Louis
as good.
Louis Vuitton, but not Vuitton. I don't
know. That's how you pronounce it.
Okay, sure.
It's not whatever. Okay, anyway, I want to partner with them and release like a very nice lingerie line, and it's just our fucking faces all over it. I would love a juxtaposition like that. That's just like this really expensive product.
Yeah,
and it's just a shitty drawing of our faces.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah.
But I guess if it was your world, you can put it on like pins and USBs and stuff. Whatever.
Yeah, ladies, look out for the Two Dudes in a Room.
Yeah, we're dropping it.
Panty line or whatever. But yeah.
I want some boxers too, dude.
Well, boxers, yes, of course.
With my face on them.
Obviously.
Not yours, but that'd be kind of gay.
Okay. Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Well, I mean, I just don't want your face on my underwear. I feel like that's like...
I feel like a lot of people don't want our faces on their underwear, which is why I had kind of the pause. It's fine.
I don't know.
You know what? It's fine. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. When we're talking to Louis Vuitton.
I think.
And Gucci.
Okay, you know what? You're right. Let's wrap this up. I'm just gonna wrap it up by saying I think the sales will speak for themselves.
Okay, that's fine. All right. We'll see. I don't mind making money. However,
Whoa! I'm not in it for the money, dude.
Sure. Right.
That's very greedy of you.
To
say.
No.
Two Dudes in a Room is not about the money.
No, we're very much like how would you say, Mr. Beast.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast is there's an argument to be made that he's about the money. There's an argument.
I hope no 12-year-olds are listening to this podcast right now.
Do we want to do like Mr. B? Dude, what? What 12-year-old is listening to our podcast, bro? If you're 12 and you're listening to this podcast,
you're really cool.
Your parents,
first of all, you're really cool.
And second off, your parents are really fucking up with you.
Yeah.
You're a bad child.
That's yeah.
You with me, Oscar, on that? You with me on that, Oscar?
Sure, I'll put my name on that. Yeah, if you're 12 years old and you're listening to this, bad. Go out and do your homework.
When your parents get angry, it's your fault. Buy our merch.
Yeah, buy our merch.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch, though. Yeah.
I wanna try to have our merch.
Steal your mom's credit card. Buy our merch.
Yeah. Right.
For legal reasons. For legally speaking, that was a joke.
Yeah, we don't actually condone you to steal your mother's credit card and use it.
But
she's mad at you anyway.
Yeah,
she's mad at you
exactly.
Anyway.
Like, you could get back at her by using her credit card and her money to buy the thing that she doesn't want you to listen to.
That reminds me. What do you think about ethical hackers? Ethical hackers are hackers that like they used to be really like, awesome fucking underground like deep web hackers, like legitimate hackers, and the FBI like finally got them, Right. And they're like, all right, so basically it goes like this: you can either go to jail for life, or you can join us and use your powers for good, literally, and like, track down other hackers and shit.
So they're like anti-heroes.
Yeah, that's a very cartoonish way to put it, but I mean, it is accurate. Also, not all ethical hackers are like that. Some ethical hackers are just people who understand certain types of programming or networking.
Right.
And companies will actually hire them to try to break into their servers.
I don't know. I kind of think like
that's kind of a cool job. All you do all day is try to hack into people's shit.
Nathan, there's something you might not know about me.
Why'd you say my name directly?
I'm just saying there's something that you might not know about me.
Okay.
When I was 11 years old,
you played Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes, I did. When I was 11 years old, I actually on my birthday turned 13 because I don't fuck with 12. So if you're
Are you
really
fucking serious?
Yes.
When did you hear that? How long have you had that in your head?
I mean,
I want to know that. Like,
a magician never reveals his secrets.
Do you
Nathan.
just when you hear jokes online or like on a podcast
in real life,
on a podcast or like on an anime or something? Are you just like, oh yeah, that's good, I'm gonna write that down?
Dog, isn't that what everybody does?
No.
Isn't that what everybody does?
No.
It's like, okay, I heard something that's pretty funny. Maybe somebody else might like it.
I do that sometimes, yeah.
Okay, all right.
But you do it a lot. You have like a lot of like sayings.
But what I'm saying, I do have a lot of sayings. I do have a lot of sayings, which is a good thing because that makes me a well-rounded person. It means that I take in...
Having a lot of sayings makes you a well-rounded person.
I take in the world, I cherry pick what I like about it, and then I give it back to people.
So you're saying you're cherry picking?
Yes. If I told shitty jokes all the time, people wouldn't find me funny.
That would be crazy.
Hilarious.
That'd be crazy if you told shitty jokes all the time.
That's why
I can't imagine. I can't imagine what it would be like if you told shitty jokes all the time.
That's why I'm the comedy god, and you're the guy who loves schedules.
Yeah. Okay. So what were you gonna say about ethical hackers?
Yeah, but I mean, if you're helping out the police, then I don't know, dog.
Okay, but what about the ones that don't help the police? They like help companies.
Okay,
they help make their servers.
Another thing. That's another thing. But I mean, that's fine. Get your money.
Are you really like that though? Like you wouldn't.
Bliss. Oh, I'm like that.
Look,
I didn't know if I had to tell you this, but I'm like that.
Okay, dude. Okay.
I really am him.
I'm saying it. You're Himothy Hims.
Himothy Hims. Yeah.
I'm just saying it like this. Think of it this way.
Or Hemi Neutron also works.
Oh my! I'm saying it like this. Let's say you're a hacker, right? You're really good at it. This wouldn't be you in a million years because you'd need to know how to use a computer properly. But say it's a different dimension where like instead of learning Yu-Gi-Oh, you click the mouse a couple of times. And you're really good at hacking, but you get caught. Like, you knew this day, and you knew this day was going to come, right? You've been hacking. You've been learning how to do what you're doing. You've been releasing... Oh, go ahead. Okay. You've been releasing viruses on the internet for years, and you've been doing trades for people, right? You knew this day was going to come. You kind of put it off, but in the back of your head, you knew. And the day has come. They found you. They got you, right? They show up at the house. Boom, 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 boom. Open up, FBI, right?
Right.
They're here. They get you. You're sitting there in the room, in the fucking interrogation room, right? And they're like, all right, we know it's you. Here's the proof, right? No doubt in your mind, they got you.
Right.
You can go to prison for life, or you can continue doing what you're doing for us, and you'll be paid a salary, and you can have a life. What are you going to pick?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I show that I'm like that.
Capping.
You're
capping.
I'm like that, and Nathan isn't. Nathan is saying that the right choice here is to work with the police.
I'm not.
Is to become a snitch, a little Tekashi 6ix9ine rat.
First off,
because I assume during all these years, I let you talk. Let me talk.
I'm sorry.
I assume during all these years, I made friends with other hackers, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Am I allowed to talk, Mr. Arbiter?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, I've made friends with other hackers. I've, we've gotten in circles. We've had
they're anonymous.
Yeah, we have shadowy organizations that we hang out in and whatnot. We're like the Akatsuki of the internet, right? And so,
of course you would.
Exactly. So, if I was a hacker and the police caught me and they're like, "Hey, we need help catching other hackers and stopping them from doing what they're doing," I would turn on my boys. Nah.
Okay.
Nah, that ain't me. I'd never tell.
Okay. How about this?
I don't know about you. This tells you something about our loyalty levels. I don't know about you, but I'm not turning on my boys like that.
Okay, what if you don't have to rat them out? Like they're not even asking you for
No,
that.
if I had to make life harder for them, my boys, why would I do that? That's like asking me if I would,
Okay, first off, you said that I'm saying the right thing to do is work with the cops. You don't have to like the cops to do that. And also, I'm not making a claim about what the right or wrong thing to do is. I just don't want to spend life in prison. Most of these hackers that get caught pretty young.
Soft.
They get caught young, dude. They're like
soft
in their 20s with the rest of the whole life ahead of them, dude.
Bro, put me away.
How you literally were in the military. What are you talking about? You don't fuck with the cops, bro.
I'm sorry. Was I a cop?
No, you weren't a cop.
Okay,
cops are a different thing. But I'm saying like you were in the military.
It is a different thing.
You did what the U.S. wanted.
That's not the police. Where's the difference? There's a very large difference from what I was doing.
I know. I'm not saying the military or the police. I'm saying that the police are analogous to the military in that they are responsible for enforcing what the U.S. wants and the states want in the form of legislation, both federal and state-based. And likewise, the military are required for enforcing what the U.S. wants, both internally and externally, in public affairs.
Okay.
So I am simply drawing that comparison.
Okay, but are they cops though? Was I a cop? I wasn't a cop. I wasn't a cop.
I could never see you as a cop, honestly.
Okay, good.
I think you'd
good.
I think you'd be too scared to be a cop.
I think that's what this situation.
I think you'd be too scared to be a cop.
Yes, that's right.
But you do love Krispy Kreme, so that's a point towards you being a cop.
First of all, who doesn't love Krispy Kreme?
Lots of people. Look, here's the deal. I like Krispy Kreme. I actually fuck with Krispy Kreme. I think they're one of the superior donut chains. Okay? But that's where they stay.
I got shit on a couple days ago for liking Krispy Kreme.
Well, I'm about to talk about that.
Okay.
And also, we're the only two people in the room. That's the name of the show.
Yeah, I know. That was the joke.
This room,
I know you're not new to this whole comedy thing, but we'll get you there.
What I was trying to say was, I like Krispy Kreme, but they're a chain at the end of the day. I think there are a lot of local donut places in each person's, in each city that can offer really nice, freshly baked, proper donuts, like a real local bakery that sources the bread. It's rare, but they're good. But Oscar actually puts Krispy Kreme above those. This motherfucker would go to Spain to a street lined with fresh bakeries, and he'd be like, bakery here, bakery there. I don't see any Krispy Kreme. Guess I'm not going to get any donuts today.
That's not what I said.
Well,
I didn't say that I wouldn't eat any other donut that wasn't Krispy Kreme's. I just said that Krispy Kreme's are my favorite donuts. And
what did you say they were above?
I said they were over Round Rock Donuts, which a lot of people take issue with, but it's the truth. and I will never
It's the truth.
ever stand down.
This guy
from
said
my
that
truth.
Krispy Kreme was better than Round Rock Donuts.
They are.
You realize that people come from around the world to try Round Rock Donuts?
People come from around the
No,
world
it's
to
a
eat
chain.
Yeah.
It's a chain. It's all over the place. They don't come from the world to one spot. They just go down the street to the nearest Krispy Kreme. It's not the same.
You think that like Krispy Kreme is like internationally?
No, well actually I'm pretty sure there are Krispy Kremes outside of the
Right.
US.
Some.
Okay, so it is international?
Yes.
Okay.
But there are places
I'm
in
not
the
saying
world
it's McDonald's.
without. Yeah,
I'm not saying it's
exactly.
McDonald's.
That's what I'm saying. It's
the
not.
But you know what it is? It's the McDonald's of donuts.
And even if
It's the McDonald's
okay,
of
and even
donuts.
if okay, but think about this. Even if it was McDonald's overseas are very different from McDonald's in the States. So if somebody wanted McDonald's specifically from the States, it would be very different than if you were to get it from, say, Japan or Australia
That's
or
my
something
point.
like that.
That's my point.
Yeah.
McDonald's in other countries is better than the McDonald's here. So when you say you like the Krispy Kreme, the McDonald's of donuts, here, that shit is trash. You like it above Round Rock Donuts. I like Krispy Kreme. I like Krispy Kreme when it's fresh. But as soon as that shit cools off, it's nothing to write home about, man.
That's
No,
fair. You
it's
could say
not
that.
the same about
You
other
could
donut
say
places.
that.
Round
You
Rock
could say
Donuts,
that.
Round Rock
You
Donuts
could say
are
that
good.
about a lot of
Round Rock
food.
Donuts are good cold. They're good cold. That's the difference. I am looking across this recording room, and I am seeing a man who is defeated. His shoulders are slouched. His head is down. He's exhaling. He's defeated.
It's just because I'm tired of making this argument. For me. It's
You're
my
tired of spreading the truth.
It's my personal taste, and from what I know, my personal tastes are pretty good, honestly. And so,
do you realize what you just said?
because I like everything that I like.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
exactly.
like, of course it seems pretty good.
Exactly what I'm saying. So anybody who doesn't like what I like is,
Wrong.
they're not wrong. Per
Oh,
se.
what are they? What are they?
I would say
Please
that
tell me.
they just haven't seen the light yet.
Right. They
You know what I'm
haven't.
saying?
They haven't become
I
enlightened.
don't blame you. I don't blame you for liking Round Rock Donuts. It's a good donut. They're great. Are they on Krispy Kreme's level though? Ladies and gentlemen, at home, just think to yourselves. If you've ever had both, really think which one's better. And hey, leave a comment. Tell us.
What if they think Round Rock Donuts is better? What do you say to those people?
I would politely ask them to leave.
To leave? Leave our channel?
Yeah.
You don't want them to...
We can get to the top without you.
Oh my God,
I'm sorry.
dude.
I don't
my
need that
God,
kind of...
dude.
To be honest, after I left the military, I've decided to cut a lot of negativity out of my life, and that's just something that I don't need. The only reason I'm doing this with him is because he's a friend of mine, and I hope one day he sees the error in his ways. But to all the people who I don't know, I'm sorry. Krispy Kreme's is just better.
Okay, what does your dad have an opinion on these donut places?
I don't know.
You never asked him.
I don't know, man. He doesn't really eat sweets, so it's probably not.
I'm not the biggest sweet guy myself, honestly. I like things like donuts, and I like certain pastries and stuff, or certain cookies, but I'm not a big fan of sweets by and large. I'm not a big candy guy. I don't have a big sweet tooth, It's really easy for sweets to become for me to get sick of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It hurts your tummy.
Yeah, I mean, well, dude, I think on a Halloween in 2018 on Halloween, I had 5 of the mini Kit Kat bars, not even the big ones, the mini ones, and I was sick the rest of the evening, and the next morning.
So a child has better constitution than you do, is what you're telling me.
Okay, well, I was a child. I was literally a child at that time.
I'm sorry. How old were you?
Well, it was 2018, so I was. Let's see, it's 2023. Okay, wait, maybe
This
it was
is the technical genius.
Hold on, no,
everyone.
wait, maybe it was earlier than that.
This is the technical genius, everyone. Basic math. He could build a website. Basic math gives him a run for his money.
I've always been like that, though. I'm so shitty at math, dude. Well, okay, maybe I wasn't a child, but What about you? You like sweets?
I like sweets. I'm not crazy about them. Like I don't go out of my way like when I'm eating at a restaurant to get dessert. But,
to get like a good donut.
If I feel like it, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like sour shit.
Yeah, it's good. It's all right.
I'll eat warheads.
What's your top 3 candies?
Oh, top 3 candies?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really eat candies.
Well, we heard that, but if you had to, and if you had to, and you had enough money to go to the hospital the next day, which candies would you eat?
I have enough money to go to the hospital.
Right.
Dude.
If you just got like your health insurance renewed or whatever.
Gut me like that, bro. No, I mean honestly, probably like sour Skittles is one.
Got it.
Butterscotch candies, the hard ones.
Oh my. And this is the person we're supposed to be trusting with donut taste. It's the guy who chooses Werther's Originals like over all the number 2 candy. Okay.
No, I'm not ranking them. These are my top 3.
Right. Top 3. And Werther's Originals is in this man's top 3. That's all I got to say. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I had to say. All right, continue. Continue with your terrible list. Continue with your terrible list. Go.
I don't know if I should continue. I feel like I'm just gonna get
No. What's your last one?
I don't know.
Sour Skittles, Werther's Originals. What else you got?
I know. I actually know what I can say that will piss you off. Banana Laffy Taffy.
There you have it, folks. There you have it.
No, honestly, that's not my third. Sweet tarts. Sweet tarts are my third. I love sweet tarts. Sweet tarts, okay. Sour Skittles, Werther's Original.
Okay.
Because then you get sour Skittles aren't warheads. I like warheads. I love warheads, but I feel like I would get tired of them if I had a lot. Sour Skittles I can eat a lot, and then I feel like sweet tarts are great because sweet tarts are actually pretty sour sometimes, but they're like a different flavor. You can bite them. It's like satisfying. And then Werther's Original is just like the other side of the triangle. You got the sour, you got the sweet, and then you got the what are you laughing about? Dude?
You got the sour, the sweet, the absolutely trash. Yeah, it really does complete the Triforce on the whole thing. Yeah, you can go and save the princess and save the world with your Werther's Originals. Honestly, like what? Absolute.
Why am I saving
garbage,
the princess?
Dude.
What the fuck does that have to do?
Where did you get your candy taste from? Your grandma's purse? Like what's going on?
My grandma doesn't have fucking sweet tarts in her purse, dude.
She has Werther's Originals though, I bet.
Well, maybe she's onto something. Old people can be wise sometimes. Yeah, sure, they can be senile, but also they can be wise. And personally, I like butterscotch. I think it tastes good. It's like creamy and like buttery. It's got a bit of saltiness to it. Pause.
This guy.
And it's good. It's like you can suck on it for a while. Pause. It's like it coats your mouth. Pause. And it can, it has a lot of flavor for a long time that you can just kind of move around with your tongue. Pause. So I think it's good. You got sweet tarts, you got sour Skittles, and you got Werther's Original. I don't see what the big deal is. What are your top 3, Mr. My opinions are the right way or the highway?
Okay, top 1 is Reese's Cups.
What?
Yeah.
Dude,
top 1
how
is
many
Reese's
of
Cups.
Reese's Cups can you eat without getting sick of them?
Top 1
How
is
many
Reese's
Cups can you eat without getting sick of them?
Top 1 is Reese's Cups. I can eat a lot because I'm not weak like you.
A lot isn't a number.
Yeah. I don't know.
Right.
10.
Jesus Christ.
I could probably eat 10 Reese's Cups in a row.
I would be shitting myself.
I understand this. It's because you have a weak constitution.
I didn't put enough stats into vitality.
Yeah, exactly. I would say Reese's Cups, Gushers. Gushers are delicious.
You're literally 7.
Gushers and
Fruit by the Foot, you're gonna say
nice. I think gummy bears. Gummy bears are actually really good. Yeah, gummy bears.
What?
Yep.
Haribo?
Yeah.
You put gummy bears as your top 3?
Yeah.
They're so. I mean, they're good.
Guess gummy. Oh no. If I can change out gummy bears for the gummy lifesavers, those are
I like
excellent.
I like the gummy lifesavers.
Gummy lifesavers are excellent.
Yeah, I like the gummy lifesavers.
That'd probably be my number 2.
You talking about the ones that like the top of them are green and the bottom of them are white.
Yeah, sure. You can have the ones with the different colors and stuff like that, but like gummy lifesavers are like, those are delicious.
I like gummy worms too, like the sour gummy worms.
Yeah, but I mean Gushers, Reese's Cups, and gummy lifesavers. Way better. Wait, honestly. Werther's Originals, my dude?
It's funny that you're calling...
Are you like 96? Like, what's going on?
69, nice. It's funny that you're calling my constitution low.
Yeah.
But all the candy you like is chewy.
So?
I eat hard candy. Sour Skittles. Sweet Tarts.
Sour Skittles are not hard.
Yeah, they are, dude. Have you ever bit down on a fucking sour Skittle straight from the bag?
I wouldn't consider them a hard candy.
They're harder than fucking gummy bears.
This is true.
So that's my point.
Okay.
Sour Skittles, Sweet Tarts.
What? So you think you're better than me?
Yes.
Because your candy is
my
crunchier.
Candy taste is better, and I'm an adult.
Crunchier?
I don't eat.
Oh my
I don't eat
God.
Gushers and Bandcamp and fucking gummy bears. I eat real man's candy. Werther's Original. I eat a real man's fucking candy. I put on a plaid shirt. I grab my axe. I post on Twitter about the fact that avocados are good for macronutrients. And then I cut down some fucking trees, drink some beer, and when I get home, guess what I fucking put in my mouth? Pause. Werther's Original. Not fucking gummy bears, because I'm not 12 years old, dude. Not fucking fruit gushers, because I don't watch... Yeah, you're crazy, dude.
All right, well.
I do like Reese's Cups, though.
I would like to ask, what are your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen? Who has the better list? I know it's me. I know.
So full of himself,
bro,
dude.
I know. Think about what you would do to a child if you went, like, for Halloween and handed out...
A child, that's right.
And handed out...
And you're 27.
Dog, where do you learn your taste?
You're
like,
3 years away
candy?
from being 30.
Yes.
Move on.
Absolutely.
Grow up, dude.
Dude, I'm not going to move on to fucking Werther's
That's right.
Originals.
You're not going to move on.
I'm sorry.
Think about that when you post your comments, that you're enabling Oscar to not move on from his past childhood traumas.
Because I'm not a psychopath.
You eat fruit gushers.
I don't hate myself, and I eat Werther's Originals to punish myself.
This is the problem, Oscar. You don't eat fruit gushers to remember. You eat fruit gushers to forget. But you can never forget.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know, dude. It's time for us to wrap this shit up, man.
All right, man.
It's been an hour.
Yeah, I have to with that take. I think I need a break. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for everybody who has been listening to the past few episodes. We hope to keep doing this on a weekly basis. And we hope that you would subscribe to our new YouTube channel. That would be
47 FM.
And once you subscribe, make sure you
buy our merch.
Yeah, buy our merch. Click the bell icon. All that jazz. And before we get out of here, I just wanted to say that I love each and every one of you. Yes, you. Yes, even you in the back, the one that's licking their lips right now because their lips are dry.
The one that feels uncomfortable.
Yes, you. I love all of you, and I hope that you are all doing well. But before we go, I'd like to leave you with this. You never know what anybody's going through, so be kind to everybody. And have a great night.
Ciao.